You know, it feels good to be back home, man.
Always, man. Homecoming is always a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're not careful, you take it for granted. But coming home is always a good feel.
Yeah, it took me some time to
Make that move.
to make the move.
Why'd you move in the first place?
I mean, I lived here all my life. I wanted to flap my wings, right?
Yeah.
And plus, cost of living, it's cheaper. So I wanted to experience something else, but I just felt like I just needed to be away because I couldn't grow to my fullest potential, right? But then I ultimately realized that I need my family. You see what I'm saying? So
you appreciate your family.
yeah. I think everybody should. Regardless of what issues you may have with your family members, you know that those are the ones that have your back at all times. So
it actually does go a long way, if you ask me. Because relationships are always, how many is that?
come on, man. Do you even play cards?
Not this time. Yeah, so relationships are always like, yo, you didn't mix this right.
I did. I shuffled them. You watched me shuffle them.
So you want me to dump a bunch of blues on you?
I mean, you tell me what color you have. Hold on. Uno?
Uh-huh.
See, okay. Uno says you can't do that. What you about to do right now? We not playing stackable. First of all, house rules.
Okay, I'm not
playing stackable.
Okay, I'm not doing that.
How you gonna just come in and just...
I did this.
Thank you. Skip you, reverse, back to me. Go ahead.
That's unbelievable. But see, to go back to, appreciating the family and knowing family's work is always important. It helps with relationships. A lot of times people don't realize how important it is to have family or to appreciate people or things around you that makes you who you are or that foster like some type of peace.
And a lot of people run away from that. What's the color?
I'm gonna go with blue.
And I was one of those people that ran away from that because I had my differences, and that wasn't the reason, right? But it's like, okay, I want to stand on my own 2 feet, just like any child would. But you always understand that, especially when you have good people around you. I'm about to win.
What? To put it in perspective, I would say, relationships in itself. Uno.
Pick up 2. I said Uno before you.
Bro,
how we gonna play cards and you don't know how to? Regardless, we talking.
I picked up 1, right?
2. He needs to be taught how to play Uno. Thank you.
All right, Uno.
Good job.
So you just picked up.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Uno.
And I win.
Okay.
Check me out.
All right.
Like, how do you feel knowing or what are the effects of saying thank you to somebody?
How do I feel when somebody says thank you to me?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Man.
How you feel? That excited?
Oh man, I feel good because I feel like we were brought into this earth to service people. If I'm doing something for someone,
Gotta take a sip.
okay. If I'm doing something for someone, I don't expect them to say thank you, but saying thank you makes that service that I'm doing that much more honorable or memorable. Knowing that I did something for someone and they appreciated it.
Right.
Without that appreciation, it's like no gratitude does the action disservice. So if I do something for you, I'm not expecting a thank you, but if you don't say thank you, I might not do the same thing again. Right?
Exactly.
And that's kind of how I look at it for myself. That's why I think when we talk all the time, and I say, thank you for doing this. And you guys always say, you don't have to thank me, but no, I do have to thank you. Right. Because you don't have to do this and you're doing it.
Exactly. And you hit in there, right? Like the hammer right there on the head. Like it makes a lot of sense. And it means a lot. Like when somebody says thank you, it's just a feeling. And I think that's why, researchers kind of like make it clear that those things help you or help humanity.
Anything.
Feel right. Your blood pressure, it even helps your blood pressure. The one saying the thank you and the one receiving it, both goes well. And then when you even bring it home and, like you're married and you do something, even in the house, like you get up and you clean the house and do certain things that maybe on the normal or usual day you probably don't do all the time. Right. Or that's even something you always do. Right. And your spouse says thank you.
Right.
You feel good. It changes the whole day.
You want to do it again. right?
Exactly.
You want to keep doing it. And I think that's why it's very, very important for people that are in relationships, right? Any type of relationship. It can be a friendship. Say thank you so that person knows that, yo, you saw me. You saw the work that I did. Even though I don't do it all the time, or even if you think I'm supposed to do it, right? Even for your kids. If you're telling your kids, thank you for cleaning up, eventually they're gonna go clean up because they're gonna want that adulation. They're gonna want that praise from you, right? And that's why I think that, you know, it's very, very important. Not only that we do it, that we instill it into our kids as well. Because moving forward in life, let's say you're a business owner. If you don't say thank you to your employees, y'all not getting nothing done.
Exactly. I was just about to add that. Like, it goes everywhere. And a lot of times, like today, I got a chance to serve in a school, in a kids' school, to volunteer. And being in the school and seeing the things that these teachers go through every day with the kids. We talking about, like, they have the kids from, what, 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m. They have them literally the whole day, right?
They have more than you have.
Exactly. and then they spend so much time and they do everything they have to do, right? And then the kids that me for once will be on top of their head like, why did you get one wrong?
Right.
They take a test and then I'm attacking them talking about, oh, why'd you get one wrong?
Right.
You should be getting all of it wrong. Then I get everything right every time? No.
Right.
But then I'm on them, on their case all the time. And then they actually achieve it. Then I sit there and don't appreciate them or teach them to appreciate the teacher who taught them or who guided them to get to that point, right? Learning with kids, learning from an early stage on how to show gratitude is very important because they grow with it and don't walk away from it. The world would be so much peaceful if people would actually show appreciation. Like lately you see, you know, there's a talk of a lot, marriages not working, a lot of things now, you know. Yes, things do happen, but when they do happen, do we only dwell on the things that, the bad things, the negative things? Can we look at a bigger picture and say,
that's a skill.
You've been there for me.
That's a skill.
I appreciate the things that you did for me.
That's a skill.
You're awesome.
That's a skill.
You know,
you gotta be taught that.
You've been there. You scratched my back when I needed you. All the great times. If you can take a moment to go down memory lane to see all of those things, guess what? The anger that you may have built in you may change. But a lot of times we think, oh, gratitude, you said thank you to me, that's it, we move on. Can you remember that? Can you replay those moments? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and you're right when you said it, you may not do it again. Because the person you did something to or for, they didn't come back. Because you didn't have to do it, right? And you did it, and yet they don't really see it to say, thank you, really appreciate you for what you did.
And I also want to say this too. A lot of people, maybe you don't get it often, you might do something and they'll say, that's not my love language. At the end of the day, if I do something for you, right? Or if you do something, whether it's somebody's love language or not, show appreciation because that person is doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Not because they're just required to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very, very important, right? I don't know. Sometimes I feel some type of way, okay? And it's okay.
Of course, we all do.
It's okay.
Like sometimes I would do something, right? And then my wife will not say thank you. And then I'm like,
for nothing.
What's up?
For nothing.
Like, can you just say thank you?
You just yelled at me last week.
Exactly.
And I just did it. You said nothing.
You asked me to vacuum and I didn't do the vacuuming and you just, I did it and I've done actually extra stuff and you're not saying anything. What's up with that?
Right.
So, with that feeling, like, and then sometimes you do it and then she'll come back and say, well, I mean, that's your duty. You have to do it.
See, that's tough.
Why are you not saying thank you to me?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? I feel the same way at times. Right? But that's why I always take the time that even if it's something that our wives or my wife regularly does, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
And you know, you might not always.
Thank you for the hug.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting me coffee in the morning.
See them? Thank you, because eventually I think it will resonate. And that person, kindness always breeds kindness. So just be kind. So even though you're not receiving the gratitude that you want, still have gratitude, because kindness breeds kindness.
Yep. And then we have to always show it. Even in through adversity, we have to remember the great things that we've enjoyed. The people that have been in our lives, they have like played vital roles in our lives. Like, although things may not be, all what word am I looking for?
Fun, dandy.
Yeah, like things are not perfect and all that. And it don't mean that you sit back and say, well, all things are not going great, so I'm pissed. I'm upset. I'm not gonna remember the times that
you did
things were great.
for me, right?
Yeah.
Kids get mad all the time. All the time. But then the lights are on. There's food on the table. When you go to school, you have new clothes. Christmas comes, you get things that you want. Now you're mad about this one situation when you negated all the things that I did for you previously. And sometimes when parents make decisions for your own benefit, so you need to be saying thank you for me saying no.
Exactly.
Because it's the reason why I said no.
So for me personally, I'm making an intentional effort to actually set like a day during the week, even if it's a Sunday. A lot of times when we have dinner on Sundays after service, and we're eating, we go around the table, how you feel, how was your week, that type of stuff, what are you grateful for? My wife will ask that type of question.
Right.
And then we go around. For me, it's a conscious effort, intentional effort to have these conversations with these kids, because they get to grow with it. And it's very important for parents. So honestly, we have to teach our kids, ourselves and our kids, how to continuously say thank you to, people who do things for us out of their own goodwill, out of kindness, even if it's within the line of their duty, we still have to say thank you to them. So they feel right, we'll feel right, everybody feels good. Blood pressure get lowered.
Of course. That's important.
Mentally, we feel right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We hit the road, we set out, and we have a great day just because we recognize somebody saying thank you to us.
And sometimes saying thank you or just being kind can save someone's life.
Boom. Yeah.
The same way I speak to you is the same way I speak to a janitor.
Yep. Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It means a lot. Practice it with your kids.
Easy.
Thank you.
Easy. Do it to yourself. Thank yourself.
Man, it's a 2-word phrase. Thank you. Put that status on it.
As a matter of fact, I have a quick story, right? So, I at my job, I was having I never told this coworker that I didn't like them. Mm-hmm. But we knew there was some friction there. I didn't like him. There was a feeling.
There was some type of not liking it.
We didn't like each other. But there was one day where an opportunity came up, and they said, "Hey, Derek, would you like this opportunity?" I was like, I don't think I'm the best person for it, but I know someone who is. Mm-hmm. So I actually emailed the guy. I said, "Hey, man, there's an opportunity that came up. I know this is around your wheelhouse. But I definitely wanted to send this to you and also tell you thank you for everything that you've done, because you're a great asset to our team."
Yep.
From that point on, he became my buddy. Okay?
See?
So I think that sometimes people can have a misperception of you, but the moment you come in and show gratitude towards them, that perception of whatever they had of you is gone. It's removed. So showing gratitude, saying thank you, is very, very important.
Yeah.
And I want to say,
because you can't even ignore it.
yeah, can.
You cannot ignore it because it's a
How?
fact.
How can you? How can you ignore it?
You know you appreciate it. You know how somebody, you did something nice for somebody and they know they like it. They know they appreciate it, but they don't want to show their appreciation.
Why?
Right? I don't know. That's humanity. That's why we wish the world will understand what gratitude actually is about and what it does to the human body, and the communities that we come out of.
Right.
It goes a long way, and it's just so important that we pay attention to some of these things and kind of like apply it to our daily lives and be conscious about it. Like teach the kid, did you say thank you to this person? They wrote a nice, lovely thank you note to you. They wrote a nice little happy birthday to you. They wrote some little note to say, how special you are to them, to congratulate you. That type of stuff. You have to show appreciation because it goes a long way.
I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Now, you have been married for a long time.
I mean,
now I'm saying does gratitude change over time? Like meaning that if you were saying thank you for 5-10 years, what does thank you look like now? Is it like is it not verbal? It's like, okay, you've been working hard. Let me take you out on a date. Or what does that look like?
All right, so that side of gratitude is a lot different. It's like, okay, you're recognizing what they've done for you, so you want to do something back, right? That's different from you saying or just plain, words, appreciating what they've done or what they do. And that should be, technically it should be every day, all right? Do I do it every day? I don't think I do. Do I have it at the back of my mind that, I appreciate that? Yes, right. It's there. So sometimes I may not say, oh, thank you. Once in a while I'll say it. And funny enough, when you say it, it's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
You hear that? Yeah. What are you up to?
And that's tough. Okay? That's tough because all you want to say is thank you. Like, thank you to the ice cream truck that's making all this noise while we're sitting here trying to enjoy our time together. Yeah. But yeah, so that's very true.
Yeah. So when you say, does it change? No, it doesn't change. It's there. Now, am I going to walk around and assume that my spouse is aware that I am thankful? Not always. Because sometimes there's things that they see, and sometimes it's things that you have to actually purposely say it out loud so they understand what is. I mean, they already know.
Right.
But just, oh, thank you for washing the dishes.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting the dishes away. Oh, thank you for getting the kids ready. You don't have to wait for a whole year, and then at the end of the year, you're giving a speech and you want to say thank you. No. Honestly, like I said, I don't do it practically every single day, but it would be nice to do it every day because it can change the whole day around. She may be upset, you may be upset, but that phrase, thank you for doing this, doing that, doing this, changes it. It could change it could set a whole different tone for the whole day or for the whole week. So that's why it's very important, to do it. I don't do it, like I said, every day, but I try my best to do it as much as I can. But, opening the door for somebody, what do they say? Thank you. Bring it home too. Do it at home.
And that's a great example because there's sometimes you open the door for people and they don't say thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I have kindness of gold, so I will still open the door for that same person.
Okay.
But in my mind, I'm like, if I do see you again, now I have to second guess if I should open the door because you're not going to say thank you. I don't want to ever have to do that.
Yeah.
And again, you don't want to be in that situation, so show gratitude. Even when it's tough, show gratitude.
Yeah.
And then with gratitude also comes like, I don't even know, man. It comes with grace. With gratitude, it comes grace.
Yeah.
Because if you have gratitude, when there's something going wrong, you have grace during that time to understand that, okay, we're having a disagreement, but this disagreement, it's not going to break all the dominoes, right?
Exactly.
We're still going to build on top of this, but I appreciate you coming to me about a problem that you have. I might disagree with the problem, but I appreciate it. You see what I'm saying? Because we're communicating. So if you see the good out of the negative, trust me, you're always going to have a positive outcome.
Exactly. I love that. Like, and then on top of all of that, there is what? Grace and giving. When you're giving, the same act that you give, you receive.
Wow.
Right? So as you're giving that thank you, guess what? It's coming right back at you. So I'm giving you, I'm saying, oh, thank you. What are you doing? You're receiving it.
Right.
You're either going to say it back, or if you're upset with me, it changes.
Right.
Or it could change. There's a lot of those things that play into that.
Which is true.
And I think the world will be a much better place.
Of course. Bro.
Our homes will be much better.
Of course.
Our relationships, on top of all,
Of course.
will be greater than what it is today.
And then just having gratitude. Just having gratitude, period. When you say when you feel good about yourself, I think that's the number one thing. Though. People need to feel good about themselves. Because when you feel good about yourself, these things are easy to do.
Yep, it is.
Because that way, when you're going out somewhere, it's so easy for you to speak to a stranger because they need it.
Right.
Hey, look, thank you.
Yeah.
You're driving, someone wants to walk across the street. That person will say what? Thank you. Because you allowed them to walk across the street.
Oh, you saw that school bus driver when we left that. Like she was like, you could see the smile on her face. She was excited that you backed up.
Do you know how
so
stressful?
You could make that turn.
You know how stressful it is to drive a bus? I've never been a bus driver, but just understanding how you had to make a sharp turn and there's cars in the front,
and they be standing there like,
and they just standing there like they don't know what's going on.
They're like, I don't care.
But she appreciated that. So now every time
you can see her lip move.
Yeah.
It was like, and we remember that, right?
So next time another bus comes, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna do it.
Back up as long as no car.
Even if there is, you honk and then put it in reverse and everybody backs up. Yeah.
Oh,
and as I'm gonna say right now,
yeah.
Thank you for beating you.
Well, wait. It's reverse. It's my turn.
Yeah, but I beat you though. I won one
But it's
already.
reverse. You don't go next.
Well, it's time to pick up the kids because
Okay.
I need them to say thank you for picking them up.
Okay, cool. Let's roll out.
Yeah.